Hi, welcome back to Stu's Numbers. Hope you're having a great day. Firstly, I must apologize for that ridiculous music. When you go on YouTube and do these things, you have to have really specific requirements in terms of non-copyrighted music. That was the best, or should I say the worst, that I could find. And I have to admit, when I recorded it, it made me laugh a lot. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Okay, so what do we got? Google Drive. Open, ready for action. We've got one sheet saved, which we prepared in episode 1. Remember the setup. This is just like a Windows Explorer in the cloud. We're going to double click on this sheet and go back into our dummy data that we prepared last time. Now, first thing, one thing I think that's very important is to slim down your sheets. One thing that Google Sheets are great at is to keep things really just specific to what you need. So I'm going to highlight column E just by clicking on the column header. I'm going to press Shift and I'm going to go right the way along using the arrow button and highlight all the columns right the way across to Z. Okay, really straightforward, similar to Excel. I'm now going to right click, I'm going to go delete columns. Beautiful, gone. Not hidden, not like Excel where they're really still there. They're hidden. Here, they're gone, they're deleted, they don't exist. We've only got 4 columns. Beautiful, guys, beautiful. Look what I was doing as well. To navigate around this sheet, if I press Control and use the arrow buttons, look, scoots me round really quickly. And if I use the Control button and continue to press the arrow down, it takes me to the bottom of the data set and then the bottom of the sheet itself. Terrific. I've got 1,000 rows. Google Sheets gives you 1,000 rows by default. I'm going to highlight row 1,000. Press Shift and I start to highlight my rows again. Now, I've got no intention of keeping you here for the next 10 minutes whilst I highlight all these rows. I'm just going to press Control and Shift and then the up arrow. Beautiful. Takes me to that first piece of data, in fact, the last row in the data set. So with my finger still on Shift, I move or press the down arrow once more. I've highlighted all of the blank rows. Exactly the same as I did with the columns. I'm going to right click, delete rows 111 to 1000. Look what we got now. Really crisp, sharp, just what we need. No other guff, noise, nothing. Just the data set we need. If I want to add a column in here, let me hover over D, click the down arrow, insert one right. Okay. Now, as with any Microsoft Office application or piece of software, I can do edit undo. Okay, I can redo it. I can go Control Z. I can go to Control Y. All the same functionality, just in Google Sheets in your browser. So we've now got a really slimmed down sheet, a data sheet to work with. Remember, this is dummy data, by the way, guys. Just pulled off the internet, some random website. Something to note as well is when you set these sheets up, it tends to default to an American setting. Very important, particularly if you're like me, British, and prefer dates to be English, as in day, month, year, not the random American format of month, day, year. So if we go to spreadsheet settings, very quickly, you'll see I'm set to United States. Just worth clicking across to United Kingdom. Really small thing, just worth doing anyway. Okay, so here we are. We've got our United Kingdom Google Sheet set up. We've got our slimmed down columns that we don't need, we've deleted. Rows we don't need, we've deleted as well. I'm going to add a tab. Look, just down here, bottom left. Add a tab. Add sheet. I must say, I must use my Google Sheets language, guys. Add sheet. We're in sheet 3. I'm going to rename it. Rename. Oops. I'm going to rename it. Let me just go back. Rename. That is my trackpad causing me problems. Okay. So, I now want to link to the data sheet, and very similar to Excel. All I'm going to do is pick up a piece of data from the data sheet. I'm going to press equals. I'm going to use the arrow and the mouse, should I say, to click on the data tab. Here we go. You see what it's done? It's lost the cell connectivity. It dropped it. My mouse pad and my clicking wasn't quite right. Not quite happy. We're going to do it again. Equals. Click on data. I'm going to click on cell A10. You'll see here that showing me the cell from the tab that I'm working in. Okay, I'm going to click on A10, enter. Look at the way it's set up. Look at the syntax, exactly the same as Excel. Data, exclamation mark, cell reference. Perfect. If I want to lock the cell reference, and all that means is that if I move the cell, copy, paste, autofill, it won't move. I can still use the F4 function key to lock the cell reference. And if I press F4 again, it then converts to just locking the row. And if I press F4 again, it converts to just locking the column. And I'll press it once again, and it removes the lock. Can you see those references being locked at $1 respectively to the column A and the row 10? And then if I continue to press F4, remove, remove, remove. Okay, we've now pulled a piece of data from a tab in or on the data sheet. Perfect. We are well set up with some of the real basics to use Google Sheets and to do some really exciting stuff with it. We know how to link to other tabs. What about opening a separate window? Now there's no view window, view new window, which sometimes can be very useful. What you can do, really simply, copy the link, open up another tab or another window, paste the link, and it will give you exactly the same sheet in a separate browser. So I'm now in this sheet twice. Now what I want you to look at here is a couple of things. Look over here. I'm clicking on this sheet in different cells, the one on the left as you can see, and you can see the active cell is surrounded by a blue border. Can you see that? However, it's showing me this border here as somebody else as being in it, i.e. me. I've got it open twice. So this is when we start to get into the realms of sharing sheets. Now that is for another time. However, it's just interesting to note at this point that even though we've got a saved spreadsheet, let me open this up, all changes are saved, another instance of this spreadsheet is opened, someone else is in it, i.e. me, and it's showing me exactly where that someone is. The key to sharing in Google Sheets is, so long as you're not in the same cell, you can collaborate and work on the same sheet at the same time, and changes will be saved as they're made in running in real time. There'll be no conflicts, there'll be no double saving or cannot save or read-only versions, which is a constant bugbear in Excel. This is really slick. So we've got our two sheets, we've got our data, base data in really good shape. We've linked to the data sheet, which is also terrific. We're in good shape. We've got another window open, which we've opened just to demonstrate how you can view multiple instances of the same sheet. That's great. We're going to close that down. That is us well primed to start using Google Sheets effectively and productively. Join me in episode 3 to take the next step on our Google Sheets.